This episode is presented by Ruvi, the most real indoor cycling experience that delivers the famous cycling routes to your home. Go to ruvi.com and start your free 14-day trial.
Well, let's talk about the women's race, Tim, because they came before the men, and they didn't have such the bad weather that the men had. They had some light snow towards the end, and here we see the start as well. In the pink jersey from EF Education Tipco is Clara Honsinger, defending champion, who would go on to win her third straight title, making her move in the second lap and then just riding away solo for the entire event, similar to what she did last year. Tim, as a crosser, former crosser, is that a big task to ask to ride away solo, or are you better off on your own for the majority of the race?
Well, I would say that this is a classic Clara Honsinger race. You know, she had a start that, gave the other riders a little bit of hope. We're ahead of Clara. She didn't get off the line quite fast, she might have wanted to. But because the course is so difficult, because the conditions were changing, and because she is Clara Honsinger, it was just a matter of time until she made it to the front. Her move on Raylan Nuss just allowed her to get some clear line of sight. She was able to start ticking away those lap times, and that's where Clara Honsinger really shines. She can run. She's technically very adept. She's very, very powerful. So as we've watched Clara over the years, she needs races that are 2 or 3 hours long because she would win by 5 minutes or 10 minutes at that point. So really a 50-minute race isn't quite enough for her. But she looked great once she got out there, once she got in the front, and for her to win with, in such a dominant fashion, minute 37 over Raylan Nuss, showed that she was in a class of her own.
How much does experience come into play in a race like this that involves snow, a little bit in the women's race, but a lot in the men's race, in terms of equipment that you use both on the bike and then also that you're wearing, and how you manage the effort there for an hour?
Well, a lot does go into it, and she's had a bit of a different season as opposed to the last two, where she's pieced together a smaller schedule, not spending as much time in Europe, just coming off of a team training camp. She's able to get the bikes and the technical, side of the sport ready for nationals, and I think that she's going to lead into the end of the season in kind of more of a European style, which is, you take a little bit of the fall off and you kind of build up as you get closer to the winter, and I think that that's going to pay off for her. She was, when she won her first title over Katie Compton, that was really kind of showcasing what she was capable of, and now she's building on that. The experience level that she's been able to get throughout these years. I think that we're looking for her to get a medal at the World Championships. If it's not this year, it's going to be out of the next 5. She'll be in the sport for a long time.